Alright, so no intros or outros towards this video. If any guys truly give a crap or truly give a rat's and bunny rabbit's derriere about my stuff, like, share, comment, hit the bell notification. Especially, don't forget to hit the bell notification. If you truly give a crap about my stuff, truly care within your hearts, please subscribe. Absolutely wonderfully amazing. Whether you're an old school YouTuber subscriber and you unfortunately got unsubscribed by the algorithm, by Google, whatever, what have you, please come back to me again. That'd be great if you could, for my original subscribers, my viewers, my watchers, my audience retention people, my freaking fan bases, my fanboys, fangirls, or mainly fanboys, mainly watch me. And of course, as always, my original freaking people, my supporters that were there for me from day freaking one. Please come back to me. That'd be great if you could. And then for anyone that's just brand new to the channel in general, whether you stumble upon any of my videos or my 3 channels or just any of my social media accounts in general, it'd be great if you could come along with me on this journey and this adventure. So with a bunch of reaction review segment videos and a whole bunch of either hype reaction review segments or just bland, ordinary, not so exciting YouTube video reaction review segments, of course. Or they were really good, or stuff sometimes in a while they do rants and stuff on drama and whatever the fuck's going on with freaking YouTube or certain social media influencers that are just causing a ruckus, causing a fucking wreck, God forbid, which that's every single day, unfortunately. Which, like, what's it called, with YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Kick, probably more from Kick if anything. It's a place, a fucking cesspool of really fucked up ass individuals, unfortunately. There's probably a few people that are good there, but unfortunately the bad ways outweighs the good out there, unfortunately. That's kind of like how every social media site is, in my opinion, but whatever. I'll fucking hold my tongue back a little bit. I digress. And of course, you guys don't have to if you want to, but if it's the last few seconds or minutes, you're going to spend the last few minutes of life with me and you'll never see me ever again, and that's totally fine. I'm not trying to twist your guys' arm, not trying to make you feel uncomfortable, unsettled. Totally understandable. I get it. I'm not trying to break your arm, to twist your arm and say you have to subscribe to me forever. Even though that'd be great if you were with me forever. But if not, hey, 7, 8, 9 billion other people in the world you could be watching besides me. Totally get it. It's all good under the hood. It's all gravy. It's all classy. It's all totally water under the bridge and all that mess. All the other analogies that white people use, but whatever. Other than that, Vandetta, the new hero gameplay of Overwatch 2. I have not reacted to nothing Overwatch in the past, I'm going to say between 2 or 2.5, 3 years max. Because I honestly, the last time I gave a shit about Overwatch, it's probably between 2019 or 2021, maybe. It's about 4 or 5.5, 7 years the last time I cared about it. Because it isn't even like before, like, actually, no, I don't know if it's before or after Fortnite became a thing. Because I think it was weird. In 2017, that's when the whole Battle Royale, end of the world challenge, like one man or one woman standing left behind, a whole looter box, looter shooter, sort of like Gen Z or Gen Alpha sort of games that were like PUBG, aka PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and Fortnite. I think it was like 2017 when those came out, but like, they didn't get really super popular until the year after, like in 2018. Because I remember, like, when TikTok first became a thing, like late 2017, 2018, like that shit, even though granted I don't have any, well, actually, no, scratch that. I have a TikTok account, but I don't use it at all, period. The only reason I don't even use TikTok in the background is anything that has to do with pretty much a lot of the shit that I watch on YouTube. Basically, it's not really that much of a difference. Like, has anything to do with like conspiracy theories, like truther movement shit. If anything's on there exposing truth, exposing evilness, corruption from either the government or a lot of fucking government powers and government overreach over there, and exposing the evil, satanic, fucking Illuminati, Freemason crap that's going on in the world. Pretty much like how YouTube does, because with YouTube, I don't know, it's kind of like, if they're doing it for a full-time living job, like these other 3 truther dude channels that I know, like, I don't know if she does it or not, maybe 7 grains of salt, but this other dude I know, he puts a lot of his shit as Patreon, because I know he does this as like a full-time living job. This dude's name The Truth Is. Like, he does some pretty good ass content on that. Like, so if you really, really want to get your mind awakened from a lot of this bullshit matrix paradigm, left-right paradigm politics shit, and finally realize that, hey, this bullshit, they don't give a fuck about any of us. Like, most of the people should be waking up to this, man, especially with all that psychological operation. When I've been hearing like a motherfucker for absolutely fucking goddamn like 17, 18 years, or maybe the 16 and a half years. I've been wide awake since late 2008, early 2009. Like, back when the United States, you know, it was still like, this is all whole SJW woke crap started happening. I mean, like, there were still people that were like Karens and people that were stupid snowflakes and idiots like that, but we didn't really call people like that snowflakes or whatever they call them now. Grifters, whatever the hell else you call contests, the culture war people, the super like anti-toxic, anti-people, anti-SJWs, whatever you want to call them. Like, they called them other things instead. I think they either called them, like when I was in high school, I think if you were to call a person that, you either call them, I don't know, this is just the words that would have came up the top of my head. Either you call them, they were weak-minded, they were soft-skinned, or couldn't handle bad negative criticism. I don't know. You would call that person, I don't know, maybe even the older generations, like baby boomers and the ones that are pretty much, most of them are passed away now. A lot of them are probably unalive by this point, but hopefully it was from old age and not from unfortunate accidents or, God forbid, what's it called, a murking, aka, you know, somebody that takes another person's life illegally, aka that's called the word that rhymes with the M. I can't say. But you know what I'm talking about. And it's always in the mainstream media bullshit news all the time. Unfortunately, it happens every day. God forbid it happens to me. I mean, if it happens to anyone else, yeah, it's still sad and tragic, but and I just hope to God, even though I'm not really one to talk, because I'm not going to say I live a very super, super, ultra, squeaky clean evangelical Christianity, like, hunky-dory. Jesus loves you, like, God loves you, and the Holy Spirit loves you. He wants to get to know you. He wants to be the father, brother in your life you never got to have, you know. I'm not that type of Christian person. If anything, like, yeah, I know I was raised in the church, but I didn't really like talking about that stuff because I felt like, as fucked up as it sounds, I kind of thought it was like real cringe at the time to be a fucking Christian, honestly. And because when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, I didn't really care about type of shit like that. I pretty much care about the stuff back then like what I care about now, pretty much basically. Except I have way less time for it because I gotta work. Just like a grown-ass adult out there has to do, gotta work their IRL jobs. Or if they're lucky, if they're blessed by freaking God himself, they get to be a full-time either YouTuber, Twitch streamer, Instagrammer, TikToker, or any social media influencers. I still don't like using that word. When I first heard it in 2015, 16, I just never liked the fucking implications and a lot of the negativity that word fucking has. You know, you can use it for positivity too, but I don't know. I just always been a real pessimistic person most of the time in my life, IRL, outside. Not a huge jerk-off asshole piece of shit motherfuckers. F off and DIE or KYS or any of that shit, you know, like, I knew certain people like that, but luckily that wasn't me, thank God. But yeah, you know, it's just, I never really gave a fuck about much about going to church and, you know, pray to some God that, like, they say that he's known you ever since even before you were born and all that, or after you were born. Like, honestly, I never gave zero shits about that. I only cared about 3 things ever at that time. Either watching some Japanese anime manga cartoons when I got back home from church or from school, or that, playing video games, or third thing I would like to do, even though it's kind of like a survival thing, you have to do it, or you don't do it within 3 or 4 days, you pass away. Which is the biggest one, obviously. It should be obvious to most of you guys, especially if you're brand new to the channel. I've talked about this a couple times in my videos, in my rants especially. Like, I really like to eat, obviously. But there's that. And don't worry, it's not just, it's because you eat McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's all the time. Nah. That's not even the main reason I'm a super morbidly huge, big-ass person either. There's other reasons to it, too. Because it always comes to physically, not just on that. There's all the emotions, mentalness, and emotionalness, mentalness, and spiritualness bullshit I had to go through in life. There's other different types of iterations and different types of what's it called, reasons that people become super fat, super overweight, and super rotund. Ain't just them just going to buffets or eating McDonald's or Wendy's or Arby's or Burger King, whatever other fucking thousands of other fast food restaurants in America you could think of at the top of your head. There's so many more other things that go into it than just thinking, oh yeah, this food's the only thing that's getting you big. There's a lot of other things that can get you a heavy set person. Or it could be the other thing, which I'm not, thank God, because if I was, I would look like that girl, the girl that's last names that rhymes with that old viejito dude from the 1940s, 50s, 60s, Mickey Rooney. But his last name is Rooney, but it rhymes with the other girl. It sounds like the last word. I can't even say the bitch's name, which is sad, because if I do, I think my whole fucking video get taken on, which is so stupid as hell, because I think I'm cyberbullying her, which I'm not. I just feel really bad for the girl. But if you've been on YouTube super long enough, you probably know who I'm talking about. There's this really super polar opposite of me. I mean, not just race ethnicity wise, because she's white, but super extra thin, frail, like size of a pencil. It's not me laughing at her and not me trying to mock or make fun of her, because she's probably had that happen to her like so many times, especially for a lot of young little girls that watch her stuff, which I feel bad for those little girls that end up having to watch her. But the one that looks like the mid-late 2000s, early 2010s, like MySpace emo girls, because I used to have huge ass crushes on those bitches all the time. It sounds like the last name sounds like raccoon, but you know who I'm talking about. It's the one that's super thin and very frail, and her bones are sticking out. Which I don't know how the fuck she's still alive, but I mean, you could say somebody for me, for example, like I don't know how the F I'm still alive, how I haven't freaking kicked the bucket from a heart attack or a stroke or any of that shit. It's literally only by the grace of God that I'm still even alive. Honestly, I'm glad every single day I wake up. I'm glad he didn't take my soul away. I'm just glad. Anyways, that's enough of a long ass rant there. Yapped on way too long, so let's really get into this Vendetta thing. New hero gameplay trailer Overwatch 2. I can't even imagine. There's probably a fuck ton of smut and lots of obviously not safe for work R34 Rule 63 pictures on it. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna look at it after I'm done with this reaction. Not gonna do it to goon off or fap off to any of the bullshit. I'm just gonna look at it for my own, like, I'm not gonna say pleasure, for my own, I don't want to say pleasure or interest. I'd probably say, nah, research is way too, that's been used for way too many fucking times from people. Like, my own, like, I don't know, for my own curiosity. That's it. And after that, after like 5-10 seconds, I'll get out. I like how it was when I was in my teens. Oh my god. You know how Gen Zers is, oh, I'll lose gallons to that dude or that girl. Yeah, I would have lost gallons probably to this chick in Rule 34. She kind of looks like this one chick. I'm not even playing the video yet, but she looks like the girl from fucking Ruby, like the one that died in the first 7th or 8th episode, the one that was based on Greek Roman mythology. And she looks like that one freaking chick, Pyranikos almost. And she almost looks like the Mai Shurina. Shurina, however you say her last name. I think it's Mai Shurina from SNK. She kind of almost looks like her a little bit too, but like, her titties aren't that huge though. They're kind of like small. But whatever, no offense at women. You know, most of you probably are guys watching me. And doubt if there's one or two of you girls don't have huge mega badonkas, aka the fun bags, the hooters, whatever you want to call them. I mean, just because you're flat chested doesn't mean you're freaking ugly. You can still be super pretty and beautiful as fuck too, as long as you're over 18 or 21, of course. Because I don't want to think I'm some fucking creep trying to get underage, you know what. Fuck that. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's do it. There's another one too I'm gonna react to too, so hopefully it's as good as the other one was. Oh! She speaks Japanese. Okay. I'm gonna have to put the word on. I feel so talented. Okay. Oh.
Pathetic.
I
Leave no survivors.
Oh well.
You're finished.
What kind of accent is that? I can't tell.
Disgraceful.
What if she's like Russian?
Not good enough.
I think so fucking like that's kind of just fucking out.
Dirt beneath my heel.
Wouldn't want to be ya.
Enough games. Cut. Taste the Palatine thing. Know your place. Bow down. Que codardia.
Oh, she's Italian. Okay, that's what she is.
Oh, impressive.
Oh, I remember this girl before from 2020, 2021.
Arriva la punizione!
Oh, okay. What's this?
And so, my reign begins.
Oh, wow. Season 20 beginning December 19th. That's it. Yeah, that's all we got. Alright, so I'm gonna play the other ones. There was a second one that they had of this freaking thing too, but it was like 7-8 days old. So by the time you guys see it, that's gonna be about 2 weeks or 2.5 or 3 weeks old. I don't know. I'm gonna check that one out. Hopefully it's good. So I'll see you guys in a second. Hold on. Alright, so this is the second one I was talking about. It's called La Lupa this time. Vandetta, hero trailer Overwatch. So now that I know she wasn't like Arab Middle Eastern, that's what her accent came from there, or she's Asian or Central South American, or maybe she was like French Canadian or fucking. So I know she ain't from the United States because she would have spoke English instead, or maybe Spanish. It was like the second biggest language next to English that fucking people in the United States usually speak most of the time. Unless, you know, they were born as a white or black person and didn't have any freaking language of that, like how I did a little bit, with Espanol and all that. Or maybe they know like an Asian language. Maybe, my opinion, since I live out here in this desert hole in Vegas, like, if it's either not like a Samoan language, it's got to be like a Filipino language, or maybe it's the ones that I knew, it was one of my friends back in the day. He was Korean, so I used to hear him speak Korean all the time when he was with his family and shit. And like, I don't know what the fuck his ass was saying. I thought it was really, really funny when I used to hear him talk. Like, I try not to laugh in front of his family out of no disrespect or anything, but like, no offense to any of the languages, just a lot of Asian languages, man, bro. And if you happen to be Asian, whether you were born, raised in the United States or Canada, like a first world country where it was mainly predominantly by Caucasian white people out there, so you know you had to have like a switch, like how black people usually got to have a switch. You have to act white when you're out there at your job, but then when you come back home, you got like a real race ethnicity, if that makes any sense. Unless you were adopted or something, it's like, oh, I never heard what a switch was. Well, you know what? That's a thing in certain people's lives. You wouldn't understand it because either A, you were ignorant and you were fucking stupid ass. You probably had your head in your fucking asshole goddamn time. You thought you were a race ethnicity that you weren't the whole time. Or B, unfortunately, I'm not going to shit on you for this one. You might have had literal autism, so I can't crap on you for that. That's something that's a mistake that, I'm not going to say that God made, but I don't know. It's a mistake that the scientists probably made when they were being born, unfortunately. I'm not even going to get into that because there's a whole bunch of conspiracy theory rabbit holes on that shit. And I'll get my channel taken down if I were to really speak what is the real cause of what autism is. And it's not the whole vax schemes that you take in your freaking throat. I think it's something else that causes that shit. Trust me, I had like 4 or 5 cousins I was growing up with in upstate New York. I had autism, so I kind of know what that's like. Hell, I was almost diagnosed with that shit, but luckily, God didn't give me that shit. Thank fucking God that didn't happen. But yeah, as far as that goes, there's a second one. Without further ado, enough yammering and bullshitting and beating around the bush. I don't know if this is a music video, because I hope it doesn't end up being like XO2O, where half of the freaking countries around the world, my freaking goddamn like video gets blocked, or it gets permanently blocked all over the place, because this is the music video. I'm gonna be pissed that ends up getting blocked everywhere. So hopefully I don't get problems with that. And if not, if you don't hear my voice, it's probably because I had to cut off the fucking music. All right, let's go. Let's see it. Let's see what makes this one different than the other thing. Oh, this is a different one. This is a different one. Oh, okay. Because this is like in 2D, so this is like a music video thing like Riot Games. So, but this isn't like how League of Legends and that other thing Valorant was. Because I remember the Valorant and League of Legends shit is owned by the Riot Company Studios or whatever. And then I know Blizzard Activison, especially 2-3 years ago when fucking Xbox bought it, like, what's it called? That Blizzard and Overwatch belongs to old Blizzard Activision thing. I don't know, but they all kind of look the same after a while. I forget which companies owns these freaking franchises. Because if anything, they should just make like a fucking anime series off of Overwatch. That'd be cool. I would watch that whole thing if it was an anime series instead of trying not just to play the video games all the time. Because after a while, honestly, for me personally, I'm just gonna get bored as fuck with it. Also, I'm probably not even in the age demographic to really be playing a lot of Overwatch, even though I was 28 to about 31, 32 years old when I was done playing Overwatch, and the beginning, middle, and ending part for me, my own personal perspective. But you know, the thing with video games nowadays is, I think it depends what part of the world you live in, because unless it's either China or any of the Arab Middle Eastern parts, even though I've never been there physically myself, but some of the story things I've heard that like a lot of older senior generations, they kind of look down upon people that play video games like they did in the 1970s or way more in the 1980s and 1990s, before and after I was a 90s kid, before I existed and after. Like, they used to shun people thinking they were losers and they were pathetic losers that needed to unalive themselves and grow up out of video games and all that shit. I used to hear that shit a bunch in the 90s, early 2000s, bro. Now with Gen Zers, you're lucky you don't get your old fucking, your mom or dad telling you that shit anymore. Like, back in the day, my mom and dad, luckily they didn't tell me that. I was able to play as many video games as I want, and luckily my parents never fucking shunned me down for that shit. Unless it had something to do with demons or vampires or anything really, really evil and demonic and Satanist. In my early mid-teens, I didn't give a fuck about none of that. I just saw most of that shit as a fucking, yeah, it's a fake fantasy thing. It's not gonna hurt me in real life, you know? Like, that's until 2009 came around, realizing, oh yeah, by the way, all these movies and TV shows and music and all the shit you used to enjoy like crazy, even the shit you didn't give a fuck about, like sports and entertainment and fucking, what else? Stuff about the military, stuff about politics and space and all that, like shit you did or you didn't give a crap about. Oh yeah, by the way, it has all of this Antichrist, Luciferian, New World Order, Satanist, Illuminati, subliminal messages, and they were controlling all of that shit the whole entire time, and you didn't know it. Like, of course, it had completely destroyed, and that crushed so much of my reality that I thought that I kind of had a self-awareness about from 11 to like 18 years old, or 19 even. So once I was 20, I was like, wow. So basically, not my life, but the dreams of me wanting to become, well, I didn't want to become a Hollywood actor anyways, or music artist or anything else, but if I would have wanted to become one of those things, like, there's no way I would have been able to do that without selling my one thing that matters to me more in this life than anything that the devil could freaking ever want to give me. Like, this is my whole soul, my spirit, my soul. That's it, man. So, now I'm hearing that. Shout out to my boy again. The truth is, I'll get to it at the end of the video if I remember, but he made this video about like 2-3 weeks earlier, or maybe he did it like 2.5 months earlier. Like, a lot of these famous Twitch streamers, you even see it. Not you can call them out because they're black or any of that shit. And if they were white or Asian or Latino, Hispanic like me, or if they were a whole lot of different race, ethnicity that, like, I don't have that much of an understanding about, like, I would still call them out for like selling out their soul to AKA the devil, Satan, the bad guy, Lucifer, whatever his name is. There's so many names that this evil force goes by. Like, I would still call them out for doing that, my smile. I would. Now I'm hearing a lot of these people on Twitch streamers that, you have an abundance amount of influence and you have a shitload of people and followers and subscribers that you have. I'm hearing certain entertainment agencies that work for a lot of evil, dark, fucked up forces. The ones that control most of Hollywood and whatever music and all that shit and movies come out of that pit hole. Like, now they're starting to realize, oh, maybe these Twitch live streamers and these famous YouTubers and famous Instagrammers or TikTokers, maybe we could use them to manipulate the next future generations into lying and believing, oh, you could do whatever you want as long as you do this certain agenda and do this certain and that certain agenda that goes against the one that's at the top of the table. If you catch my drift. All right, enough of that.
Look at them, Papa.
Look at Italian accent.
I wish you were here to see their faces. The crowd. The lights. The spectacle. I've become quite the celebrity in the Colosseum. They have chosen me. They call me La Lupa, the wolf. And I'm their villain. At first, I hated it. Their cheers and jeers reminded me of the sycophants you surrounded yourself with. Weak men who leeched off of your greatness, picking the bones of everything you built, leaving me with nothing, surrounded by my enemies, alone. But you were preparing me for this, weren't you, Papa?
He trained her to be a killer assassin. Okay.
In your way, you showed me that fear was a weapon. You helped me temper my wild and reckless nature with patience and guile. Taught me the value in knowing my enemy, in learning to turn their greatest strengths into their weaknesses. Even in death, you showed me the consequences of underestimating an adversary. I promise you, I won't repeat your mistakes. Look at me, Papa. This is no longer the face of your little girl. Your enemies are still my enemies. But I am so much more than you had the chance to see. My recklessness is now focused rage, and I finally embraced what I once hated. I am the wolf. I am La Lupa. They're right to fear me. They will respect me. This arena, this mob, this moment is all just a means to an end. Every lesson, every loss has been tallied and recorded. I will take back everything that was stolen from us. And I will use them to do it.
Okay. Man. Oh, there's a little bit more to it. Oh, this is it. I can't believe this is like 2.5 years ago. I think you guys said it 2.5 years ago. Man. Okay, so, man, as I always do say, quick overall thoughts, views, opinions, feels, vibes, bullet points, wild takes, harsh, broad opinions, random takes, as always, tipping point scales, worldviews, and of course, as always, my thoughts, views, and speculations of the topic and all that stuff, topicness at hand here, my raw thoughts, views, and emotions, my top of the take. My raw and cut, yapping the top of the dome out here. What will I say on this? What can I say on this? Man. And it was getting very, very super, I know, this is how Blizzard Activision is with their World of Warcraft shit and Dota and all their other PC games that they have for past like 2.5, almost 3 decades. And by the time 2035 or 2040, it's gonna be like fucking 35, 30, 40 plus years old by that point. It's almost 3.5, 4.5 decades. Like, Blizzard has always like had a really, really good. I don't know who their fucking. Who else? What's it called? Their fucking script director person is the one that writes all the stories or the background origin stories, or just their character NPCs or their character heroes. Like, whoever's the original freaking script writer for the whole story writer for world building and all that, whoever that fucking person is, like that person, oh lordy, that dude or that girl, whoever they are, like they knocked that bitch out of the fucking park with this one, man. Like they know how to like write a very tugging at your heartstrings, emotional fucking like roller coaster, like fucking vibe. Like they make you wanna almost cry tears of joy of like all the pain and suffering that freaking like character went through, and like they package it up in this really absolutely amazing, wonderful, masterful, wonderful, glorious ass fucking art piece of animation. They're like, that's why I'm saying Blizzard Activision, if they ever decide to do like an anime manga series off of Overwatch or Overwatch 2, I would watch the fuck of that thing over and over again, because I've always been a big fan. I'm pretty much a junkie when it comes to like anime manga stuff and all that stuff. I mean, if they did it with Square Enix for like 4 or 5 years ago, I don't remember how many years it's been because it's been a while since I've seen it. I mean, they did it with freaking shit from like the early mid-late 2000s, early 2010s. With shit, if any of you guys remember, because I remember it very well, they had like these anime manga series that turned to video game series. I don't know if they were video game series, and then they turned to anime series afterwards, or they were like anime series that became video games. I don't know. Like, if any of you guys remember, this is gonna make me sound old as fuck when I say this, because I don't even know if they ever did like a freaking what's it called? Any other like anime gone video game or video game series like changed into an anime TV series later on, which was a Dot Hack Science series or Sword Art Online, or stuff from like what else? Besides Sword Art Online and Dot Hack Science. And there was another one I think called Dot Hack World, Dot Hack Universe, and like a bunch of other shit out there. I don't know what the fuck else they had. There was an anime that gone. Oh, then they had Ghost in the Shell. I know that was I don't know if that was an anime manga series first, and then like 3-4 plus years later, they made like a PS2 and PS3 and PS4 game for it too. And then they did it for Square Enix way later on. First it was like the Nier Automata 1 and 2 series, and then like a couple of years after that, in 2020 or 2022, I don't remember which year it was, but it was in the 2020s when it was happening, which is, we're still in the 2020s because we've only got like, let's say, 4 years, 2 months, and 1 week before the whole freaking decade's over. So it's going to be a while from now. Or if I get to live through the rest of that, that'd be cool. But if not, hey, it was nice being on this earth while it lasted, But other than that, don't worry, that doesn't mean I'm going to freaking unalive or take my own, spirit or any of that shit. So calm your freaking tits now with that, alright? I'm just fucking saying. I'm saying for natural causes or any of that shit. Yeah, they did it with Nier Automata 1 and 2 when they made that in the anime series, and that shit, oh, man. Mwah! Super, super awesome as fuck, man. They need to do that with more shit, like, more, like, video games that transition into, like, anime series. Even though, granted, the only difference is you're not able to, like, control it. You're not able to have any say. You're not able to have any, like, power, control over whatever NPC character in the animes is showing on the freaking TV screen thing, or whether you're watching from your phone or monitor, or maybe in the future even more, like your virtual reality or augmented reality device, or Discord somewhere. I don't know. However Gen Z or Gen Alpha watch entertainment nowadays, I don't know. But aside from that, yeah, this was a real beautiful, amazing storyline they gave to this girl. It's not like they were saying Vandetta instead of Vendetta. I wonder if they got that from that movie that had Natalie Portman in it. Everyone made memes on it years ago. when they were going against the government and against the establishment. The dude that was called V for Vendetta. I wonder if that's where they got their inspiration to make this character. Because I don't know if he was Italian or not either. I don't know. The cute little Italian ass accent they gave her, it's really, really sexy as fuck, man. Super, super pretty sexy as hell. My God. Whoever the female chick was that made that Overwatch voice, man. I don't know if she did other female Overwatch characters in the past too, but she sounded really, really good as fuck, man. Damn. So kudos to whoever that girl was. She did a fucking bomb-ass job doing that freaking thing. And that's it. That's all I guess for now. I'm out of here. No outro or no, what's it called? No drama news or current internet topic news. I'll probably have that for the next video. And that's it. Wipe my hand clean with this reaction, and I'm done here. Stay tuned more for your content channel, video game industry news, and manga news, drama news, virtual VTuber drama news, of course, stuff like either Elon Musk news or super rant video news, of course, once in a while video response news, and stuff from either drama news, either from Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, or stuff from either Dexterdo, Dak Park Place, or Sportskeeda, all those other good places too. And of course, stay tuned for once in a while, like my rant video commentaries, and what else? Once in a while, anime manga reactions. I don't know, updates for that series or updates for that industry, maybe. I rarely ever do that anymore, but if I do, it'll be nice. And of course, stay tuned for either my future super ultra hyper reaction review segments or just my normal reaction reviews to either indie cartoons, video game industry trailer news, or either live action or animation movie, Hollywood movies and shit too, trailers. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Lazy goodbye. See you guys on the flip side. Stay in the grind. Stay easy, stay safe, healthy. Easy video yourself. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Lazy goodbye. I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys take it easy. Stay extra safe, stay extra cautious, and I'll see you guys in the next future video, whenever that is. All right. Stay tuned. Stay extra safe. Stay extra, like I said, vigilant, and see you guys next time. Peace. Goodbye. I'm out. Later.